Another piece of breaking news, something we heard rumblings of earlier this morning, and that is Andrew Copp signing in Detroit. It's a 5-year deal for $5.625 million for Copp in Detroit. I look at this one in a similar way that I would look at the Giroux deal, where it's a player going home to help a rebuilding team sort of enter the next phase of that rebuild, right? Where they start to want to take a step to being a playoff contender. Maybe not quite a Stanley Cup contender in Detroit, but certainly a playoff contender. A very similar AAV, actually an identical AAV to the Trocheck deal, just 2 years less term on that. What do you think of Yzerman giving Copp this contract?
Well, it's funny. There's a sense that, the Iser plan, or whatever you want to call it, that it can never go wrong, that Steve Yzerman can make no missteps. I'm a little bit skeptical about this deal, handed out to a local boy, of course, coming home. But if you look at what the Red Wings really need, they need a high ceiling center to pair with Dylan Larkin, who obviously plays a two-way role. If you look at it, for example, the Vancouver Canucks, you have your Bo Horvat, you have your Elias Pettersson, right? So for me, bringing in Andrew Copp, who's versatile, he can play wing and center. He's not that high ceiling guy. He's more of a two-way player. And if you look at the line mates he's had in recent seasons, posting the best numbers of his career, well, he's playing with Mark Scheifele. He's playing with Artemi Panarin. Anybody's going to have the best numbers of their career playing with guys like that. So I think if I'm a Red Wings fan, better temper your expectations. I don't think Andrew Copp is going to post the same kinds of numbers playing in Detroit. And I question whether Detroit has actually fixed its problem in terms of getting that second center to pair with Dylan Larkin. I don't know if Andrew Copp is actually that guy. Good player, versatile piece, a guy that can put a contending team over the top. But to me, this is not a pillar that you build around.
You can pick either the Copp deal or the Trocheck deal. Which one would you take, Scott?
Ooh, that's a great question, Tyler. You're on top of your game today. I don't mind saying that. So, and I'm, I don't mean to disagree with our good friend Matt Larkin. I really don't mind this deal at all, and I agree with Chris. I think the term is perfectly suited for this Detroit team. I was just looking at the standings from last year, and Buffalo, Ottawa, and Detroit, I think all within 3 points of each other, 2 points. It's going to be interesting to see which, if any, of those teams that have made significant moves and feel that they're charting in the right direction, how big a jump can they make? They were 25 to 30 points out of a playoff spot. So it's a lot of ground to cover there. I think Copp fits perfectly for how this Red Wing team is going to evolve. And my guess is it's going to be offense by committee. It's going to be a collective group. You've got a lot of young players that are trying to find their way. They're going to learn from a guy like Andrew Copp. I like this very much. I'll be surprised if he's not in the 25 goal range. I think he's going to get all kinds of opportunities to provide offense there. There are good players there. I don't think it's going to be a big step back. Even though the lineup may look a little bit different in terms of the raw talent from Winnipeg, I think he's going to have all kinds of opportunities. And I like this deal, and I like it a lot more than I like the Trocheck deal.